I wanted to discuss something that is not very difficult. In fact, it's for the lazy, like me. It's the ed pronunciation, the ending that we add to regular verbs in past simple tense. So sometimes we read it as t. Sometimes we say d, and sometimes we say id. That's confusing. But it's confusing only when you look at it for the first time. Watch the rest of the episode and find out why it's for the lazy. All right, let's have a look at some verbs. Like, for example, the verb walk, or the verb pass, or the verb look. When we want to say that yesterday something happened, we have to add ed. So we have looked, walked, passed. Fine. But still we have to write two letters, E-D. Why don't we read them? Well, that's English. But the good news is that actually we just have to say t in these verbs. Why? Try to pronounce the verb look and touch your neck over here, your throat. K, k. Then we can say pass, s. Nothing moves here, no vibrations. That's because k and s are voiceless sounds. It means that the vocal cords are not moving, they are not vibrating. So you don't have to make them vibrate. You can just go on and say t, which is also voiceless. It doesn't cause the vocal cords to vibrate. So you say walked, passed, looked, and it's perfectly correct. On the other hand, when we have verbs ending in voiced sounds like wave, feel it. You can feel the vibrations when you say wave, v. Enter, and phone someone, phone, n. You can actually feel the movement here because the vocal cords vibrate. So we are not stopping them. We don't interfere. We just say the because it also is voiced. So we let the vocal cords go on vibrating and we produce D. Easy, we say waved. Entered, we say phoned. It just comes out voiced because of the vibrations that are left after the last sound of the word. Waved, waved, entered, phoned. To produce a T sound, we would have to spend extra energy to stop the vocal cords and say T. Of course, when you say only one word at a time, it's possible. But when you say the whole utterance, the whole sentence, or when you want to say something bigger, then it would be really difficult. And, as I said, it would cost us more energy, a lot more, to stop or to start the vocal cords just to produce one sound. So let's not go there. Let's not spend more energy than we need to, and just go on. If we don't have the vibrations, we say t. If we have vibrations, let's use them and say d. Of course, some of you will tell me, fine, that's great, but when and why do we have to say id sometimes? Not ed, by the way. It's never ed. It's id. That's because some words, some verbs, end in d or t. And for us to somehow convey the message that we are talking about the past, we need to separate the ending sound of the verb and the ending, the ed, which comes with past simple. So then we say decided, wanted, needed, right? Again, if the verb in its basic form ends in D or T, when you want to make it past, you need to pronounce the ending, but not ed. You pronounce it id. So let's quickly sum up. When we have verbs ending in a voiceless sound like k or s, we pronounce the ending t, right? So we have looked, walked, passed. If the verb ends in a voiced sound like phone or enter or wave, and we have the vibrating vocal cords, then the production is a little bit different because we still have the vibration. So it's D. It's phoned, waved, entered. The D is not a very clear sound, especially in connected speech, but it's still a D. No matter what you do, it will still be D. And in case of verbs ending in D or T, to make it possible for a person to understand that you are talking about the past, you need to separate the D as the last sound of the basic form and the ending. So we say decided, wanted, needed. If we don't separate these sounds, it would be decided, wanted, needed. It is possible to say it like this. However, one thing is that it's not correct, and the other thing is it would be extremely difficult to produce the whole sentence or more than one sentence. It would lead us to stammering, I believe. So let's just go with the flow and make as little effort as possible, and then you'll see that being lazy in pronunciation of English is a good thing. If you think this episode was helpful, you enjoyed watching it, then subscribe and leave a thumbs up, of course. And also leave a comment, why not? Maybe you have some problems with English pronunciation, English grammar, or vocabulary. Just let me know if I can help by making another video. Bye!